So first, let's talk prehistory. All right. So your notes, you want them to be nicely organized. So your first major header for your notes, your first major section is prehistory. A, prehistory, underlined. In evolutionary terms, we're going to talk about the history of our species and how it actually settled the Afro-Eurasian continent. So first, let's remember, and this is deep. This is so deep. We're just going to talk about how long have people of our species been walking around with brains this big, with the vocal cords able to actually make all these wild sounds that we make that enable us to have complex speech. That's a physical thing, right? It requires this voice box, right? That evolved only in the last stage of Homo sapiens sapiens, us, anatomically modern humans, as opposed to Homo habilis, the first humans to make tools. They couldn't talk. They didn't have this yet. They did have this, but anatomically modern, that means the brain that we have now, the vocal cords that we have now, and, all the rest of that stuff. How long have we been anatomically modern? How long has Homo sapiens sapiens been around? Any guesses? Of course there are guesses. Come on. Of course there are guesses. Come on. I'm not going to... 5,000 years? Isn't this fun? Well, you have no idea how long your ancestors, because your ancestors go back far beyond the beginning of history, beginning of writing and civilization. They go back 100,000 years. 100,000 years, species like us, individuals, people, have been walking around with a brain this big, having conversations, telling stories, making plans, because they're every bit as smart as we are. They just didn't know how to farm. For 100,000 years, we have been walking around just like this, anatomically. All right? You could take a person from 100,000 years ago, give them a shave and a haircut and an SAS uniform, and sit them at this desk, if you made them travel from time and grew up in Singapore, right? And they would be just like you, right? We are the same species, and we have been for 100,000 years. So if this is 100,000 years, and this is today, how long ago did we start farming? Yeah, I mean, if you're really good, you notice that it said beginning of agriculture, 9,000 BCE to 500, depending on where. So let's say that 10,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, we settled down. For 90,000 years, we just walked around. We were hunter-gatherers. Again, we had language, we were telling stories, we were making plans. Hey, you go that way, I'll go this way. Let's sneak up on that freaking elephant and kill it so that we can eat, right? Oh, this is a dangerous place to sleep. Let's go into that cave over there because the lions will not be able to kill us over here in this cave. Whatever, right? Wow, you're really beautiful. Can we make a baby? Right? Whatever, right? So for 100,000 years, we've been that way. We've been us. But only 10,000 years ago did the most important revolution in history happen, the agricultural. We stopped wandering around. Write it down. 10,000 years ago, farming, Neolithic revolution, agricultural revolution, 10,000 years ago.